Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin has formed a nice reversal from the support zone. In the last video, we were still in the support area, but I made you aware that the downside move is technically completed and we can watch for an upside reversal. This is, by the way, only an intraday update. So I'm going to take a look here at the 30-minute, 15-minute charts. Really just an intraday update. If you're interested in the daily chart, maybe check out the previous update. I considered the overall context. You see that the market did follow that update. Actually, the B wave indeed might have bottomed, and we have seen a breakout above this trend line, which I think I added after the last video. I shared that on Discord as a possible breakout signal. I know some of the members have taken that as a breakout trade, which was a nice intraday breakout trade. For intraday volatility, quite a lot of intraday volatility, as you can see here, right? So this was a rally into resistance, which I have taken off the chart now, but these are sort of the intraday updates I provided today. For example, earlier today, that was at around 11:30 UK time earlier today. You see this wave count to the downside was indeed full. Let me open that in the browser. It was indeed full, and we had approached that trend line. And the sort of signal that went with it is the price has arrived at a descending trend line. Watch for a possible upside breakout. It did indeed follow the breakout, and let me go back to the live chart. Surged a proper 2% intraday. That's not too bad for Bitcoin. Bear in mind, it's not an altcoin. Then, however, there was a resistance area up here, which it got rejected from. That was around the opening of the US stock market, I think, in that sort of time period, or at least the ES chart, so the ES futures, which obviously are also relevant pre-market, SPX futures basically, dipped. And that dragged Bitcoin with it. I don't know if there was a news event or something. I know there's lots going on in the world at the moment. Bigger picture, not much changed, but it did probably trigger some stops, this retest of support. But you can see how relevant these support levels are. All that price did basically was a retest of the trend line from above. And we then rallied again. But there was a lot of intraday volatility, and we're now already back above the previous high. So the idea is, yeah, we could have bottomed in wave B there, but one of my updates earlier today on Discord were also around, this dip. It definitely means we have to be on the side of caution, because what looked like an impulse has turned into something else. I mean, bear in mind the next rally would be a C wave. If this white scenario, which is the bullish scenario that I'm following as long as we're holding above the orange support zone, if that scenario is really unfolding, then we should really hold obviously 56,287, and the idea would be that we're moving up in a C wave of wave 3. And the first ideal target for a third wave is 66,852 or higher. So we need to get there. Until we get there, I don't have a viable third wave, and the risk for a breakdown or the risk for another low is very, very high. Okay, now this was obviously super choppy price action intraday. And if really a C wave to the upside is unfolding, we could be dealing with a larger diagonal pattern, but I have intentionally not, labeled this. I did before, but when it failed in resistance, it became clear this is not an impulse to the upside. So as you can clearly see, this is not a 5-wave move up. No, it turned into a 3-wave move. This is why I communicated we now have to be on the side of caution, because in any impulse to the upside, bear in mind the C wave would normally be a 5-wave move, we shouldn't really have seen that dip. Now again, it could be a diagonal pattern, but it could also be that we are breaking down, because this is a 3-wave rally. And I've got two key support levels that we obviously use, and the first one is 56,287. So that means if we break below that level, it already raises caution even further. It means the risk increases that we are going to break below the invalidation point of the white bullish structure. Support is not invalidation, but if we break below 56,287, it would strongly suggest that we're heading down and also break the invalidation point, which is here at 54,600. A break below this level will formally invalidate the white scenario in which a third wave could get to 66,850. So, well, that means it would open the door to the next support on the daily time frame at 43,000. Of course, much more work is needed to really confirm that, but this would definitely open the door to that. At the moment, we have a support area and an invalidation point that can protect us, keep us safe. But if they break, then I think, first of all, the Monday low can break easily, and it might take us down, as I said, to 43K. That is a real risk. And this structure to the upside is not impulsive. Whenever we're not dealing with an impulsive structure, but a corrective structure or a diagonal in the making, another low is likely. I have to say it crystal clear, again, in a crystal clear way. Until we get these 5 waves completed into the probably 70K area, one more low is very likely. And I'm talking about the yellow wave count, which could take us down to, 43K. Lots of volatility today, so don't necessarily spend too much time on the microstructures, because it seems like they will change a lot today. Let them rise and fall. It's more about the key support levels to understand what are the key support levels, what are the invalidation points, what are the next upside targets, and certainly that this is a C wave to the upside in the making. It has become less likely today. Bit of a crazy day, that intraday volatility here compared to what is normally happening here, what happened in the last few days. But again, nothing super strange for crypto, but I think also the ES chart shows a little bit of up and down movement. And yeah, crazy times, but I would be a bit careful here because I don't see any clear direction at the moment. Very choppy. Market tried a breakout, and that was a successful trade for those who took it, an intraday trade. But it broke down again, probably triggered some stops, ideally in profit after the breakout. Then it tried again. People might have been, some people might have chased in FOMO. Now it comes down again. So as I said, we have to be on the side of caution. Well, that might mean, hey, let the market settle, wait for clear patterns, or it might mean trade smaller. Or maybe you have your own edge, which obviously, you might want to trade this stuff. But it is just, it seems like whipsaw price action. You don't want to get caught in that necessarily. Not a clear uptrend yet. So that's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.